What the hell you talking about? Since I'm the only thing to talk about, been here from the start. Nah, I don't want your awards, keep your applause.
I don't even. The first thing I'm upset about when we look at this video, this woman is a terrorist. This lesbian, right? And
the one that's talking.
The one that's talking.
The one that's mad is the terrorist. Okay.
Is a terrorist.
Okay.
First thing I want to attack, or I'm a little bit upset about, is the knock your head off language. No one's mad at that. Just open your phone up again and just look at the comments. Right? I want stop and read the one that you see that's like, yo, you're being too aggressive with her. Like, calm down. Like, I'm just gonna let's all wait and see how long it takes for y'all to find someone to say, hey, you're being toxic. You're being toxic masculinity, or this is toxic femininity. I want to see that. Wow. Yep. We're waiting. It's a long time. Wow. Okay. We're closing in on 15 seconds.
I don't.
Oh, still going. Okay.
I don't. Yeah.
All right, guys. Closing in on another 30 seconds. Not gonna give it too long because y'all is not gonna find a comment that says this is toxic femininity. Okay, so the question I'm gonna ask you is: this was a guy. How crazy would this be received by you mouth breathers online?
Of course it would be. Of course it would be crazy. Unfortunately, there's that double standard that if a guy says, "I'm gonna knock your effing head off your shoulders,"
check your head. The quote is, "Check your head." Again, I'm gonna knock your head off your shoulders.
She said, "Shake your head again."
Shake? I thought she already beat her in her head.
No,
and then
she said, "Shake your head again," and I'm gonna knock your head off your chest.
Ooh. So that means your neck is going too.
Right.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
So now, if a guy says that to a girl on a video, toxic masculinity again, girl, you need to leave him. It don't matter what you do, because that's how they say do.
I did see I did see people say that the girl need to get up and fight back. It's a girl, fight her.
So people, this is how I swear, like, we can't win, bro. This is stupid. So now the comments are, girl, go get up and fight her back. That's the comments you saw?
I saw one that said, yeah, she need to get up and fight back. You know, but you can't do that with a man. You can't. They're not going to tell you to go fight a man, but they're going to tell you to go fight a woman, whether she is identifying as whatever she's identifying or not. Biologically, she's still a woman. So we could fight. We could literally fight, and it's going to be a fight. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's okay. I'm not saying that that's okay, but you're not going to get, if a man said that to a woman, we already know that they're going to be telling her, oh, you need to leave, or, oh, you need to do, you need to do something or whatever. But if it's a woman on a woman, you fight her back.
Okay. I'm not even going to get into that. But the problem that I'm facing is there's a clear imbalance of what domestic violence looks like. Right. Between men and women and women and women.
It is. And it, regardless of whether, however we slice it, it is domestic violence. It's absolutely domestic violence. And first of all, for the record, we're not condoning domestic violence. I'm telling you what people said in the comments. I'm not condoning domestic violence. Well.
Let's ask a couple questions, right?
Okay.
Let's ask a couple. Before we say calm down.
Okay.
So, in this scenario, partner cheated on another person, and the person that got cheated on is threatening to put hands on the other person or has put hands on the person. That's not okay to do.
No, you shouldn't be putting your hands on nobody.
Then why do women do it all the time to men?
It's not okay. It's not okay. I didn't say that it was okay. I never said anything about that was okay.
I want you to look in your soul. Whoever's watching this and you a female, if you put your hands on a boy because he cheated on you, because yams is so good. Come on, man. You're an abusive person. So now domestic violence is not okay, right? Are we saying that?
Yeah, domestic violence is not. It's not okay.
But why are women putting hands on men?
That's because they can't control their emotions.
Okay.
I'm not making excuses for them, but
Good.
that's
All right.
because they
Good.
can't control their emotions.
Good.
Or they're just a violent person.
Good. Okay. Well, we're not gonna go to violent person. You just can't put your hands on people.
Right. You
Okay.
can't. But I'm just saying, like, not making excuses for them, but you know.
We in the car. You see a text message. Now you want us to both die. Can one of us live?
No.
Go off yourself. Like, what you worry about me for?
No, because you
let me go.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. All right over this bridge.
Oh my goodness!
Like,
all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Anyway, let's see. Let's finish. Hold on.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
That was all of it.
That's all of it?
That was the snippets. Like, I think it's more on TikTok.
Okay,
because she posted more on TikTok. Right. I have to find it on TikTok.
So let's give them the backstory.
Yeah.
You want to do it?
The girl. So these two.
Supposed lesbians.
People. I'm gonna call them people.
Supposed lesbians. I thought it was more slides than that.
No, it's only 4.
Okay.
And the first one was just a picture of her being pregnant.
Okay. And the girl that's yelling has a picture of her pregnant.
Yes,
she has a
the
child.
The girl that's yelling. These girls are from Baltimore. I'm gonna assume.
Why are you assuming they're from Baltimore?
Because her accent. I think that she is from Baltimore.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
That area, Baltimore, somewhere over there, whatever. Nonetheless, she's in a relationship with another young lady. And based off of this, the young lady cheated on her with a man.
Yes.
Not a woman.
Yes.
A man. And this girl is going off. Violating her, calling her all types of names. Looking like she actually threatened to kill her. She said, "I should kill this bitch." Literally. To the point where people were like, "Oh my God, let's check on this girl to make sure that she's okay." Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, but so yeah, she's upset because she's like, "I, basically bend over backwards for you, and you got the audacity to be cheating on me with a man, and you sending him videos that I took. I took these videos, and you sending them to him, and you calling him baby and all of these other things. The audacity.
Devious work.
The audacity.
Devious work. I just want everyone out there to realize these girls are wicked. These women are wicked. No matter what. Would you agree? Or do you think the dudes are still wicked?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I think that both are equally wicked.
Okay. Equally.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely...
You know what it is, man? Online, guys always get the bad rap. Guys are always the one that cheat. We always the one that beat up women. Whenever a black man like me walks around, it's like, oh, this guy's an evil person. We get that tag all the time.
I think that women get that tag too, though. You just literally just said that it's women out here beating on men. Like,
that's because I have to say it out loud so that everybody can remember. Women crash out all the time.
Yeah, but there's also this concept that women are out here cheating and doing the same things too, and they're just as nasty. They the hoes.
Who's saying that?
The people, clearly. The women are hoes. They out here sleeping with everybody. They doing all of these things or whatever.
And you feel like it's prevalent out there online?
Yeah, you always see one of these people getting caught with somebody with a sneaky link, or somebody trying to expose another man. These are the women that's out there that's doing this. Okay.
What I feel like the media is pushing is that black men are garbage. Black men are the only people that travel and do things, so that's why we have the Passport Bros tag. I feel like men are dogs. Women aren't considered dogs. I feel like there's a push that shows men being worse. Now, when you look at like the real data, like
right,
you see cheaters show cheaters does a balance. Women are cheating on the men, men are cheating on the women. You see these YouTube stuff that pop up. You see a mix because in the real world, I feel like all people are garbage.
I agree.
What I'm just trying to, say on the podcast is that I don't think the audience. I think the audience sometimes feeds into whatever the media gives them. Mm-hmm. So I have to remind them, no.
Yeah.
People are trash.
Yeah.
Women also beat up men. Women also terrorize men where they can't move on into another relationship.
Yep.
Or whenever they have the kid, the father's alienated from the kid, then he's to a point where he don't want to go to court and give up. There's all this stuff. But
yeah, let's
stick to this couple because this is great. Now we're seeing a woman being kind of toxic, dominating, being borderline abusive to this woman because we don't know. Like she's in the corner crying and huddling up, hiding in the bathroom in the later video. But the woman did do something that spurred that emotion out of the woman. Right. Now, is she justified for behaving like that?
I would not say she's justified. I mean, to spew things like that is one thing. To actually act on those things is another. Right. So you could say whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like
I should take your head off.
Right. I will knock your head off and all of those things. Like those are words. But to actually do it would be that's where that's the problem. Because
that's where you gotta chill.
Yeah. Like you can't, and I mean even with threats, you gotta chill with threats too, but you can't do something you can't control the response that you're gonna get from something that you do to somebody. You never know what kind of response you're gonna get from them.
I agree with you.
So I'm not saying that she's justified in what she did or how she handled it, but I can't say she's wrong either because clearly her feelings was hurt.
When you say who's wrong, the stud.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as she didn't put her hands on her. Let me be very clear.
She's expressing herself on camera.
Right.
You're saying all that stuff is good. Like she's not good, but
right.
She's exposing her.
Right. She's
to,
like, yes, this is. Let me let y'all know why I'm acting like this, so y'all don't think that I'm
out.
right. Why? So if something did happen, this is why this did happen. Hopefully, nothing did transpire from that, and it did not get physical. But if we're just talking about if somebody hurts your feelings and you're expressing yourself like, yo, you fucking dog bitch, like, excuse my language, you dog bitch, like all of these things, like my feelings is hurt. Yeah. These are words. I'm going to spew all types of, because it's you better hope that I say use words and not my hands. It's better for me to use these words and say these things to you and not use my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense, but I can't say that she was wrong or that she was right. Like that's a reaction to something that she did, and clearly what the girl did hurt her feelings. Like you cheated on somebody, and to her, in her mind, the stud's mind, she did everything for her. She was loyal to her. Like she took care of her. Like she said in the video, like you was down bad and couldn't call on none of your friends, and I came running. You don't do nothing around here, but you got the audacity to be trying to be, slotting with a man. Like that's. And I think for her, that's where the disrespect is, because it's like, yo,
it's a man.
It's a man. Why are you with me if you want to be with a man?
She want that real thing. Okay,
so then you should have just left it alone. Like,
the real thing wasn't helping me.
Well, you need to figure it out.
I'm a heffalump.
Because that's how you end up in a situation that you don't want to be in. When y'all play with people, you can't be playing with people's emotions.
I'm a heffalump, though.
I don't think that she's a heffalump, but
the
other girl, I don't think she's a heffalump. I think that she is a BBL baddie. If I'm not mistaken.
Please.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that she is
certified a heffalump.
BBL baddie.
No, certified heffalump.
Let me see if I can find it.
So this spurs a lot of different conversations we can go into. And one of the things is, do you feel like there is added damage, added feelings of hurt because she cheated with a man, or like she had a man's attention and instead is upset that it was a man?
I think that it's all of that.
Okay.
I think that when you, and I can't speak for that community because I'm not a part of that community, but I'm just going to assume that if we're in a woman to woman relationship, regardless of how this other person presents, and they are masculine presenting or feminine presenting, these are still two women, and you are in this relationship, and this is what you like, and you say that you are a lesbian and part of this community, and then you deviate outside of that with the same. I'm sure these conversations like, oh, I don't like niggas. Ain't nothing about a nigga that da 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 this that and the other. I'm sure that's the type of conversation, and then you go be with the person that you was just talking about to your partner. That's wild. That's wicked.
Mm-hmm.
On either part, even if a man does it, man, like, I don't like that type of girl, and then you cheat on your girl with that type of girl that you said that you didn't like. That's disrespectful. Somebody's gonna crash out. I would crash out. Cause why would you do that? Why would you lie? And then you're telling me that I don't have to worry about said thing, and I actually do have to worry about said thing because that's what you ended up doing.
You know what
I think for her, it's probably,
It's not like I have an issue with it. When we say don't worry about that thing, and then that thing actually is a problem,
mm-hmm.
like, why does that hurt extra bad?
Because to me, you tried to make me seem like I was crazy for already picking up on the fact that that's what you like. And you're like, nah, man, you wildin'. I don't even like that. Like, that don't really do nothing for me. And then, bro.
But here's what I'm saying. What if it? Because this is where, like, I feel like people are so just cheating without the LGBTQ or anything like that, right? I feel like people are so worried about these outside factors or what they lack or blah, blah, rather than focusing on the damn reason I chose you and I'm with you. Let's emphasize those good points that I like about you, mm-hmm. so that there's no attention anywhere else. You know what happens all the time? I feel like there's an insecurity in the back of everybody's mind, mm-hmm. with like, okay, I don't my traps. I'm saying, guys, like, my traps aren't this big, or I don't got the hair, the beard connecting like person so and so, and my girl likes that, or her ex-boyfriend was like this, and it's like, she's with you for a reason, mm-hmm. right now. Mm-hmm. Why don't you just try to build the best experience for that person, so that they want to stay,
right?
And once again, it's not too strenuous on you what you're doing to make them stay. You're just being yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just a positive environment. Because let's say they do cheat and they go and do whatever.
Right.
Good. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Why don't people take it like that?
I think because when you invest that much time and energy into a person,
okay,
and like you love them for who they are, and
yes,
and they still, you start to feel like you're not enough. And so when they cheat, even if they're telling you like, oh, I love you, I don't want that, I don't like that, and this, that, and the other, and then that thing that they said they cheat with, and it's like, I was sitting here being me, but
you have no understanding of why that cheating happened.
Right. I don't want to understand.
Correct. But what I'm trying to say is, even before that, why have we emphasized and made it the best experience for your partner, so that they don't go to cheating?
But sometimes some people do. Sometimes you do, and it's just that a cheater is just going to cheat.
Okay. I think that is a short-sighted way to look at partnerships. Mm. I think that is a to me, it's like it's narrow, right? Because if you're providing a great experience, mm-hmm. you're not let's just take it for men. If men have everything they need at home, mm-hmm. there's really no reason to leave. Like, a dude will be like, I have my PlayStation, I have a little bit of food at the crib. Yo, you have to really tell me why I want to go outside. Right. But like, there's friends that I have I need to convince. Right. Let's go outside.
But then you have the ones that you do all of those things. You have everything and they still cheat.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's a false sense of you providing everything. You're really not providing everything. Mm. This is what I think everybody kind of miss, and even in that video, people are kind of missing. Okay, I really feel like the girl who was angry and she's the stud. Mm-hmm. She tried to provide everything that the girl needed and wanted.
Right.
She expresses why she's so angry
Right.
at the fact you would go try to talk to some busted dude
Right.
that didn't do anything for you because I did X, Y, and Z.
Right.
But my question is, did you do everything that she needed for herself to be happy? Maybe that girl is not even fulfilled in herself, and she's just looking for validation from all spectrums, and you can't fill that void with her.
Right. Now,
So you got to separate.
so in that situation, the accountability goes on the other person, because if your
No.
yes, because if you don't tell if you're not
No.
vocalizing to your partner what you need, and you're saying that you need these things, and that partner is doing this, and then you're like, oh, but I also need this, and you don't say this, and you go get it from somewhere else, that's slighting your partner.
You know why I say no? Because it takes us to understand that I'm being 100% myself, and I'm giving you 100% of what I can. I have to understand that I'm not reciprocating something. I have to understand that you're not giving me what I need.
Right.
So therefore, if I'm doing everything I need to do, and I'm being me, and this is all I can do, I'm not going to change to be this person for you that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm being 100% authentic myself, and I feel weird that you're not getting enough. You have to check out of that situation before cheating happens. That's what I'm trying to say. We all been, yo, dog. And I'll challenge anybody on in the audience listening. If you ever been cheated on, or you ever felt like your partner is not reciprocating a behavior or whatever, if you feel that way and you're doing you're saying, yo, I am doing everything in my power to be in this relationship, and I'm showing up every day. I'm going and working on myself. I'm doing therapy, blah, blah. Whatever you feel that it is, and you're being authentically yourself, and that person is not reciprocating and pouring back into you, that is a clear sign that this is not the relationship for me.
True.
Not I gotta go. This is not the relationship for me.
You gotta go. You gotta lead a relationship. That's what I mean by you gotta go.
I don't like to say definitives is leave or whatever, because I want everybody to sit there and really make a decision.
Right.
That, like, just it's weird because, like, I feel like when you go, you can leave to come back and all this other crap. No, I want it to be so ending. Like, what do you call, like credits are up. There's
like
no sequel.
The finale.
When you go, you could come back.
It's
you know what I'm
finite,
saying?
Yeah.
Like, there has to be some checklist of, yeah, I was authentically myself. I loved you as much as I could. This is just not working out because you don't fulfill what I need now.
Right.
Or you don't feel valid in this situation. So,
and there's nothing more that I can give you. I gave you me, so it's just time to go.
The movie's over.
Yeah.
This episode or this season of What My Life is done.
Right.
It could happen with friendships. It could happen with relationships. It could happen
for sure.
Family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, that's why that part where she was like, I don't know if it was in those clips, but it was. So when she starts saying, like, all the things she does or all the things she did, yeah, you were doing them, but were you filling up her battery the way that she wanted? And she could be so toxic and jaded that she's just absorbing it, like, yeah, but you're my vacation strap, or you're my blah blah strap. You're not like what I really
think
want.
that there was I really believe that there was a breakdown in communication in this relationship, and I don't know, like, listening to her say she did all of these things, I'm going to assume that the girlfriend told her that this is what she wanted or this is what she needed and all of these things, and the stud tried to fulfill those things for her, and you still feel like, okay, I did all of this and it still wasn't enough because you still cheated, type of thing. I think that, like, when you're in relationships,
we didn't do a shot,
do it,
and we just keep a shot.
I think that when you're in relationships like that, like, it's hard because you can say to your partner, I need this, I need this from you. What do you require of me and all this stuff? And it's always going to be something else. Like, you can do all of these things and then it'll still be something else. Or the person, like you said, it's just not enough for them. But that person that it's not enough for, sometimes they don't know when to let go either, and they won't let go. They'll just keep taking and taking and taking from that person and then end up doing them wrong. And then it's like, when you crash out, it's like, bro, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. You could have let me go a long time ago. Like, you didn't have to play a part. You didn't have to cheat. You didn't have to do all these things.
Wait. This is where I really get confused. Let who go? Who has to let who go?
So the person, the cheater, right? So we're going to take the cheater and the cheated. The cheated is doing what they need to do, vocalizing this to this person, and the cheater is telling them, like, oh, I need this, I need that, and the cheated is telling the cheater, oh, this is what I need in my relationship. You get what I'm saying? And you could do all of these things for this person and they will still cheat on you.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're not this. Okay. The person who's the cheater, right? Mm-hmm. You're saying they got everything they wanted. Yes. Everything, they're getting everything they need.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. A cheater doesn't. This is what I've learned. I've been cheated on. Mm-hmm. The reason why I feel like it happened is because there's an insecurity in the other person.
Right. Yep.
I can't control that.
Yeah, you can't, but that's what I'm saying.
So you're not going to get everything from me.
So then that's what I'm saying on the other person, that if you know that you have those things and you see this person going to bat, making sure they're trying to make sure that you have everything that you need, and you still know that it's never going to be enough. Like you said, you gotta go, but you have those people that still will cheat and still keep that person in the situation.
I have to ask you a question. The person that cheats, right, that is getting the quote unquote energy from the other person that cheated on, and the cheated on person feel like they're giving them everything. Now the cheater cheats. Do you really feel like cheaters getting everything that they want?
Everything that they've said that they want. If you don't tell me that you want this thing, I'm not a mind reader.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. You can't even, all right, you can't go off what they're saying. This is what, all right, let's go back to what I said.
I heard you.
When the person who is trying to pour into a relationship, give it their all and be their authentic self, when that's not enough for your person in the relationship is over.
Right. But everybody,
if you stay, and then the person goes and does what they're gonna do, no matter what lip service they're giving you, it's all a facade.
Right.
You have to do you and be authentic in yourself and be a genuine person and realize it's enough for them. And there are clear signs that tell you when you're pouring into an empty vessel, when you're pouring into somebody that just is not going to give you in return what you're giving them.
I think that when you're in a relationship and you see that happen, I think for women, I think that the fight is, okay, I can get them to see it. I can get them to see it.
And now you're operating in a place where you're not being your genuine self.
Right. No, of course not.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course not.
Now, if a guy says, boom, yo, I like threesomes every night. And you're like, oh, let me give him threesomes every night. And then you're giving him what he wants, but emotionally you're not there. You're just doing it because that's what he said, and you're not really into it. You're not his level of what he wants.
Right.
Then he goes and has a threesome with two other girls. Now, what is that feeling like?
It's like a smack in the face, because it's like you said you wanted said thing. I'm doing said thing, and it still wasn't enough, so you went outside.
But you were lying to yourself.
I mean,
it's just a mirror. You were lying to yourself.
Right, granted.
You were doing something that you didn't want to do in the first place.
Right.
So you don't think people can sense that?
I'm not giving nobody that much intelligence to be able to sense that.
Okay.
Definitely not.
But I'll promise you that when it's not genuine.
Right.
I'll tell you this. In my personal life, when it's like, yo, I can't get married, or I can't get jiggy with nobody that can't get on my program. A lot of dudes say that online. But my program was, I'm on this Dave Ramsey thing, gotta pay this debt, do what I gotta do. Now, I would say I brought my shorty through the ringer on that. And when I tell you, we have no problems on that front. It's because she completely sold to it herself.
Right.
And she bought into it herself.
Right.
I saw her behavior change because she was like, you know what? The way I was doing things before didn't make sense. Brought this anxiety, brought this stress, blah, blah. And if I'm following this plan, my life is just getting better in the finances.
Right.
She sold out for that purpose. Now, I could tell if another shorty, like I said before I was dating, and a girl was just like walking the walk, and she's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna do what he tell me to do because,
Right.
you know, or I don't want to hear his mouth.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell him about the
Or
whatever I
because I wanna
bought,
be
or
him,
like,
so I'm just
yeah,
going to do
I crashed my car. I got a brand new car because blah blah. In the back of my mind, you telling me I'm not intelligent enough to understand, like, yo, you're lying. That's not true.
You are intelligent enough to understand that because you already been through the process, so you see it. Everybody is not there.
Okay. So what I will warn everybody is that your partners are smarter than you think they are. And people are deceiving you on another level that you may not be ready for. Right? Because just like I said, girls could be pretending they're financially in a space to be like, yeah, I could take you on, blah blah, like,
Right.
and you really not ready to be
No.
on the level of
No.
financial frog.
No.
I'm on. We talk about freaky frog, financial frog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I can see when you're being fake,
Yeah.
because you can't keep this up.
No. You
Right?
can't. Yeah, no.
All right.
You can't
So boom.
keep up the facade.
Whenever
for too
do
long.
like, and I'll just speak for guys. Like, whenever it's like, yo, a guy is like going out and not going out, but like chasing chicks or whatever. It's like he's filling a void with himself, and girls have to now start going into that situation and realizing, oh, you're not ready for the
Yeah.
commitment thing I am on.
Yeah.
And it's not because he's immature. It's because you might not be the person that is going to change him or make that person feel like, yo, you know what? This is whack.
So you think that do you believe that a man will change for the one that he wants? Do you believe that?
I think that
Because
let me say this.
like you just said.
Let me say it very carefully.
Okay.
I think that guys, let's say guys who really get chicks, it's a very tiring process. A lot of guys that say, "Yo, new cooch is the best." You haven't had enough. You haven't have enough. I will say that 100%. You're still in the low ball range, because
Right.
guess what? Ain't nothing like having the same woman you could experience, and it's how you want it all the time,
Right.
consistent,
Right.
kiss you where you want to get kissed, and hold you and blah blah.
Right.
I'll be vulnerable on YouTube. There's nothing like that experience. So once you find it, why would you go and jeopardize that for another situation
Yeah.
that could potentially be worse?
Right.
And then if she find out that it's worse, let's say you had a bad cooch night, your girl find out about that cheating situation. It's like, I ain't want you to find out about that. You should have found out about the 5-star I had the other day. You see what I'm saying?
I get it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why even put yourself in that situation? Like,
Because you're not the person.
but
As harsh as it is,
yeah, but
you're not the person.
But you also said that they're jeopardizing that. Like, you have the person that knows where to kiss you, how to be intimate with you, how to feed you, how to do all of these things with you. You know that you
That's
have
if
this person.
that's the person. A lot of times, women want to be that person, and it's just like, you have to understand you're not that person.
Yeah, but if the man is not telling them that they're not that person, then how are we getting like? I don't.
It goes perfect. That's a great question. How do I know as the
how are
woman
you supposed to read that?
or the girl that is the stud
Right.
supposed to know that, man, you're telling me all these things and I'm good. You're telling me that, I'm doing everything. I'm the perfect housewife, or I'm doing the
Right, and you're still doing things for me and all of these things. So
if you're doing all those actions and you still have complaints in yourself that, man, you're not selling out for me as much as I'm selling out for you.
Okay.
Isn't that a red flag?
Right. I mean, it can be a red flag.
Can be, or is it?
I don't necessarily know if that's technically a red flag because
Remember, selling out the way I'm selling out for you, would you sell out for me? That is a clear indicator to me.
Right.
That, yo, this ain't the person that's gonna go 1,000. When you start having that conversation with yourself, you're not supposed to be in this relationship no more.
Okay.
To me, so like for instance, the girl saw the text message. Crazy stuff is to me is like whenever you're flying somebody to vacation and you just want to see them smile. And you want to be like, yo, I just want you to be happy.
Right.
Or if you had a bad day and I know you had a bad day, it's like, yo, come and do this with me because
Right.
I know it's going to cheer you up.
Right.
Or I know you're going to have a good time, blah, blah. And I just want to see you happy. That person cares about you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Flip side. Did that other person do that for you? Exactly, bro.
Maybe not.
Red flag.
Yeah. But I think that, like, does this go to along those lines of being equally yoked in your relationship? Like, should the person bring just as much as you bring in a relationship?
Now that's different, right? So like, I don't want to say equally yoked because, well, I say equally yoked because you have to have the same characteristics. You have to have the same likes. I believe in that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But if we talking about somebody's the financial go-getter,
That's different.
then somebody's
that's your job.
but somebody's like the creative,
Right.
right?
You bring it together.
There's a way that you could show me creatively that you love me. And there's that other person may not be able to draw the way you draw, put the
Right.
words together. But it's like, yo, I'm buying this thing for you or I want you to be financially okay because I care about you this much. I see what stress builds on you or blah, blah. Like, I'll use this example of like let's say like I'm in IT or a financial banker or whatever, and I make money, but my lady's a singer or artist. I'm gonna make sure that, yo, babe, you can sell this art and blah blah. I'm gonna make sure that what you do through your creative outlet is gonna make money. Or if you want me to be your biggest fan, I'm your biggest fan.
Right.
I'm always reposting your art that you posted up.
Right.
I'm always the first in the whatever the pit is, and you're singing or whatever. I'm the first person there.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a T-shirt that said blah blah. I'm wearing your merch. I'm
Right.
trying to push people to buy your merch after the
Support.
show. That's what we talking about.
Yeah. I understand that, but what I'm saying, like you said, that if somebody doesn't, sometimes people don't have that. It's not that they don't want to and that they don't love you and you are not that person, but they might not be. That might not be their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that might not be the way that they express that they love you or they care about you. Just because they don't do it the way that you want it to be done doesn't mean that they love you any less. You get what I'm saying? Like you just said, you have two different people. One is a creative and one is a financial person. Just because I don't draw art for you doesn't mean that I don't love you.
Yeah, but remember what I'm saying is through your means,
Right.
you're pouring back into the relationship.
Yeah.
So if you're a financial person, you're not the artistic type. Maybe it's like, yo, I'm gonna build a business infrastructure so you could live your dream.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure, like, you eat or you get some tea so that you can sing for the next day or blah blah.
I mean, yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, pouring back into the thing.
It's very intentional. I just think that sometimes in relationships, I feel like people love the partner the way that they want to be loved and don't pay attention to the way that the partner needs their love.
And that's what I keep telling you. That's the time for the exit.
Yeah. Or it's something, or not even time for the exit, or it's now you have to have when you recognize it, you guys have to sit down and you have to have a conversation. And then if after that conversation you decide, okay, whatever, then you go your separate ways. But I think that there's always a breakdown in communication. But when somebody is telling you, sometimes it's kind of hard to see things from a different perspective when somebody is telling you that you are this person, you're this perfect person, and sometimes we get caught up in that and what you're telling us, and even some the little things that you do show us that we might ignore those little red flags and be like, oh no, they might be having an off day, and then come to find out you're actually cheating. That's why it makes it so much harder, because it's like, bro, you sat here and you watched and you did all of these things and you said all of these things and you gave these things and you did these things and you still went out and you cheated. Make it make sense.
But did that person pour back into a relationship the way you did? Did they sell out the way you did? Or are they just saying things?
Sometimes it's not. Of course, sometimes I feel like in a relationship, sometimes somebody always gives a little bit more than the other. And I'm not saying, like, I don't know if there's a way to to equally give the same thing. Like, I think that sometimes somebody might love the other person a little bit more, but you're not looking at that until you have to look at that. And it's like,
love
damn,
the other person a little bit more. What does that mean?
Maybe they, and again, like, if you are a person that's a super affectionate person and you're with a person that's not affectionate, anything that you do is going to be more than what they do, because that's not their thing.
But is that the situation you want to be in?
Just because
don't you want to be affectionate with the person you with?
Yeah, but just because you're not as affectionate as me does not mean that you don't love me.
Do you want to be in that situation?
I want to be in a situation where somebody is affectionate. You don't have to. You don't have to.
So now if you're with somebody that's not affectionate, why are we pushing that situation?
Well, sometimes you'll push it because you just, in your mind, you think that it can change.
And what I'm saying is, get out.
Right. Of course. Granted, get out. But when you have, I feel like, coming from being cheated on and knowing that I did everything in my power and it still didn't work, you always take, and then it's like, okay, you cheat with the people you told me not to worry about. That's disrespectful.
That's the lesson I'm trying to make everybody understand. It's not in your control.
Right.
You can't do
of course not.
anything. You cannot do anything above your means to make sure somebody stops cheating. That's
right.
not in your control.
You are absolutely right.
The problem that we have is we hang on to things. We hang on to pots that's burning. We touch burners that's hot. We don't even know how to get off.
Right.
Because we don't have a sensory to say, I'm being burnt.
Yeah, but then you can't, if you, just like we just said with this girl, like, if my feelings are hurt because you cheated on me, don't be mad at the response you get.
I'm not even talking about a response. What I want everybody to realize, she should have saw the red flags beforehand. You should know that she's not a strap-on taker. That's not the right thing to say. She's bi.
Yeah, but how is she supposed to know that?
You see how dumb she is?
How is she supposed to know that she's bi if?
What are you saying?
If you don't show that, if that's not what you're exhibiting in your relationship, how is somebody supposed to know that you're bi? If you're sneaking around, the only reason she figured it out is because, however, she found out about it. But if that's not how you're presenting yourself, how are you supposed to know that somebody is bi?
What are you saying right now?
Bro, you're sitting here acting like people make it very obvious and you could just see it. No, it's not always like that. That's why people are called sneaky. That's why people hide shit. That's why people are liars and manipulators, because they're able to manipulate things. And you'll be like, damn, I never saw that coming, because you didn't present that way.
We're adults.
Wasn't doing that.
We're adults.
Kadeem, it doesn't matter about being an adult. It doesn't matter about being an adult. You probably got people in your life right now that you don't know what the hell they be doing. They present one way and then they be out here wilding and you wouldn't even know it until it came about. And you like, dang, I ain't never have you down for that. Exactly. You never had me down for that.